So let me tell y'all about my abortion story. Very few people know this. Only a few who are close to me and that I allow into my personal life. But I'm going to share it with the world. So I was 21, I think, and I had met this guy. I was walking down the street. I was a young 21-year-old, thick, to the older men. And so guess who I ran upon? An older guy. He enticed me and was a good looking fella, and I was like, okay. So I was dating him. He wasn't dating me. And so within that, after a while, I brought him to my house. I let him meet my mom. My mom said, put your tail between your legs and run the other way. Y'all know black mamas, they got their euphemisms. So she never explained herself, but she was also telling him, she said, I know you. You look very familiar to me. I know you. You look very familiar to me. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't know me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't know me. She said, yep, you look like a group of people from this part of the county and where we lived. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not from here. I'm not from here. I'm from somewhere else. Well, I didn't listen to my mom. I kept it moving. So ended up getting pregnant. So I did not tell anybody. He knew, but it was just between the two of us. And so once he found out I was pregnant, he began to tell me that I needed to have an abortion. I needed to have an abortion. And so within that time period, I also began to know that he wasn't the person that he said that he was. And as my mama told me, put my tail between my legs and run the other way, I should have done that. So he and I scheduled for me to go and have this abortion at Planned Parenthood, and I was ready. I was ready. So I had arranged to take off that Friday, and I was going to go. He said that he was going to pay for the abortion and everything would be fine. And so this man is 12 years older than me. So I'm using his wisdom at 21 and he's in his 30s and he's telling me, this is going to be fine. You're going to be okay. The Wednesday before the abortion, I was sitting in my room. I was sitting on the floor and I was crying. I just didn't know what to do. It just didn't seem right. But I didn't know what to do. But one thing is for sure. I'm sitting there crying, trying to figure things out, and I heard a word, and the word was, how dare you think about aborting this baby with all the wrong things you've done in your life, and I haven't taken yours. Almost 32 years later, I can still hear that voice in my head. The Lord spoke to me very, very clear to tell me that I was wrong. And that of all the wrong things that I had done, he had never taken my life. That night, I just laid out on the floor and I just wept and I cried. The next day, I called the guy up and I said, hey, I'm not having the abortion. He was livid. He was furious. What do you mean you're not having this abortion? I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I said, I heard the Lord. He spoke to me and he was like, you didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. That's just you not wanting to do it. And I began to explain to him. I said, no, it wasn't me. I heard this voice. This voice was loud and clear. It came with such conviction that said, no, I couldn't do it because he hadn't taken my life. So how dare I think about taking this child's life? And I couldn't do it. Needless to say, he cursed me from A to Z. He called me everything but my name. And I ended up not having an abortion.